guys, it's me, Allie. Welcome back to my channel. I hope they're all having an awesome day. I have another DIY video today, and I have not done a DIY video here on this channel in quite some time, so I'm very excited about it. I am so proud of how all of these crafts and all of these projects turned out. It might be one of my favorite DIY videos that I've ever done here on my channel, and I really hope that you guys enjoy them as well. Today's video is in partnership with Aliened headphones. If you guys are unfamiliar with this company, I'm going to put a link at the top of the description below for you guys to check them out if you are interested. They are volume limiting headphones geared towards school children and toddler boys and girls, but to be honest with you, I've been wearing them and they fit adults as well. The beauty of this company is that safety comes first when you are listening to music, whether you're on your iPad or your iPhone or you're on a computer. Regardless of what you are on, safety comes first. The highest decibel that they will go to is 85. That is the maximum, which is what is recommended safe for children. So you never have to worry about the music or the sound being just a little bit too loud for your little ones when they are wearing these headphones. In this package, you are getting the headphones. They are foldable, designed for easy portability and convenient storage. You have a built-in mic, adjustable headband for the perfect fit, and you also have a gold-plated 3.5mm plug. So we're gonna open this on up and show you what they look like. They're very stylish. They're very cute. They come in an assortment of different colors and different sizes to fit your head best. So like I said, I'm gonna put that on the floor so I can open these up. They are foldable. They open right on up, so they're very great for travel or for storage. They fit my head perfectly, and the sound is really nice as well. Whenever I partner up with a company, I make sure to do some background knowledge before I sign on. I want to make sure that it is something that I actually believe in. So I did a lot of research and I went on Amazon, and they have basically a 5-star rating. Their reviews are incredible, and there are a ton of pictures of consumers uploading pictures of their kids using the products and mentioning how much they love them and how much better they feel now that their kids are wearing these headphones over other headphones. So I'm really happy to endorse these headphones. I'm going to again put the link at the top of the description below if you guys are interested in checking them out. Under $20 on Amazon, and they qualify for Amazon Prime, which is just like everything to me. So if you guys have any other questions or concerns about the headphones or about this video, just ask them in the comments below. And without further ado, let's get on into it. The first DIY of this video is the distressed t-shirt. All you're going to need for this DIY is an old t-shirt and a pair of scissors. That is it. The first thing that you want to do is put your t-shirt on and decide where you want to crop your shirt. Now, if you don't want to have a cropped distressed t-shirt, skip this step completely. But if you do want to crop it, put on your t-shirt and just kind of get an idea of where you want that crop to lie. Then you just want to put your shirt down on a flat surface and cut right along the line of where you would like your crop to be. Next up is just to have fun and to be creative while distressing your t-shirt. There are absolutely no rules to follow here. Just add some cutouts. I added some cutouts to the bottom right hand corner and the bottom left hand corner of my shirt. I added some cutouts on the top. I added some holes, and I just again had fun with this. There are no rules. Just make it completely unique to you. I will say every single time that I added in a line or a hole in the shirt using my scissors, I did pull at the fabric a little bit because it will roll the fabric over, which makes your shirt look a lot more professional than just having that really harsh line that you get when you first add in your cut. So if you want, just pull at the fabric a little bit, it will roll it over, and again, just make this completely personal to you. Ta-da! Here is my final distressed t-shirt. I am so in love with the way that it came out. I feel like you can find these at trendier stores for like upwards of $50, but why spend that kind of money when you can make it at home for a fraction of the cost? For the next DIY, we are going to be making some homemade plastic pins. For this craft, you are going to need some Shrinky Dinks paper. I found mine on Amazon. They were very inexpensive. I believe I got a 10-pack for about $7, and you can make about 3 to 5 pins per page, so it's quite a steal. To make your own plastic pins, you want to draw out a design on the Shrinky Dinks paper, but you want to draw it about 4 times the size of what you want your pin to actually look like. These are going to shrink down in the oven. So you can either do one of two things. You can print out a picture online and then just trace it onto your Shrinky Dinks, or you can just freehand it like I am doing here. If I can make one suggestion, I would definitely suggest to use oil-based markers or Sharpie markers when coloring or when drawing on your Shrinky Dinks paper. As you can see in this clip here, I tried a bunch of different markers out, and I found that the Sharpies or the oil-based markers worked the best for sure. Continue to color in every little last square inch of your pin. The more color, the better, because when it shrinks down, the colors will become extremely vibrant. And don't worry if you are coloring over the outline. When you flip it over, you're not going to see that. So if you outline it in black and you're coloring over it as I am doing here, when I flip it over, you're not going to see any of those sketches or any of that kind of messy coloring that you're doing. It's not going to show through on the other side. Once you're happy with how your design looks, cut it out and then place it in a preheated oven at 325 degrees for about 1 to 3 minutes. And here's the deal, guys. Learn from my mistakes. As you can tell, this is different from the clip that I just showed you previously. And that is because the very first pin that I put in the oven, I put it marker side down. So when it shrinked down, it just stuck to the aluminum foil and it would not peel off. So again, learn from my mistake. When you're putting these in the oven, put them on aluminum foil, but make sure that the marker side, the shaded side, is facing up. So here's the magic with Shrinky Dinks. They shrink down 4 times their size. I don't know what this sorcery is, but it just shrinks down right in front of your eyes within 1 to 3 minutes. I know it looks really shriveled up over here. If you just let it keep shrinking down, it will flatten itself out. Once it flattens itself out, that's when you know to take it out of the oven. Be very careful because it's going to be extremely hot. But look at the pin that you are left with. These are so cool. I had so much fun making these. The final step is just to add on your pins and your pin back. So I took some E6000 glue, added a little dollop on the back where the shaded side is, placed my pins, which I got off of Amazon, and then I just allowed those to dry completely. When they were dried completely, I added on my pin backs, and look at these. I am left with my own homemade, handmade DIY pins. These are some of the absolute favorite ones that I created. Next up is definitely the most time-consuming DIY of this video, but it is also my favorite DIY of this video. We are going to be making some homemade DIY squishies. You are going to need some memory foam for this. I got it on, guess where, guys? Amazon. I order everything off of Amazon. I just ordered some memory foam off of Amazon. It came in a huge rectangular piece, and I just cut it down to size. Once I had it cut down to size, I decided what I wanted my squishy to be. I, being Allison, loves donuts, so I wanted to make a bunch of donut squishies. So I just first cut out a circular piece, and then I just started shaving around the edges to make it look a little realistic and a little bit more lifelike. Once I was done shaving away all the excess on the outside perimeter of the donut, I started to move on to the tiny little hole in the center. I just took my scissors, poked a hole right in the center, and then I cut out a very tiny little circle. And then again, I shaved off all the excess to just make it look a little bit more realistic. Now here comes the time-consuming part. I'm not going to lie to you, this is going to take about a day and a half, sometimes even 2 days, depending on how big your actual donut or your squishy is. What you want to do is take some paint and very, very, very lightly paint over your entire squishy the color that you want it to be. I am making a donut, so I did a little bit of a tan, a little bit of a brown paint, and a little bit of white paint, mixed it all together, and I got this really nice tannish brown color to kind of emulate what the outside of the donut looks like. This does have to dry overnight. The next morning I did notice that it was still a tiny little bit wet, so I allowed it to dry a couple of hours after that, but once it was completely dry, I am now going in with some puffy paint. This is what is going to give all of the texture and all of the color onto your squishy. So I am taking some white and some pink puffy paint, and I'm going over the top in little squiggles to make it look like the frosting is dripping down the donut. And guess what, guys? This has to dry for another whole day as well. Again, this is an extremely time-consuming DIY, but it is well worth the time. I am absolutely obsessed with how these came out. So I would say about halfway through the drying section or the drying period, I did go in with a bunch of different colors of the puffy paint and I added on some sprinkles, and then I allowed it to dry for the full 24 hours. At the end of the 24 hours, everything was really dry and very set in place. If you don't want to wait that long, this might not be the DIY for you, but I just did a little bit here and a little bit there, and within 2.5 days, I had my very own DIY squishies, and I just thought it was so cool because you can buy these at the store, but I was able to make these at home. Like, how freaking cool is that? Three, two, one. Check it out, guys. My very own DIY squishies. I'm so proud of myself for this craft. I never in a million years thought that I would be able to make my very own squishies out of memory foam. I'm really, really happy with how they came out. I'm really happy with how they squish right back and they bounce back. They are very, very therapeutic, like very therapeutic. I'm thinking about making these for all of my students. I have 23 students and I'm thinking about making 23 of them for my students because they're so therapeutic, they're so fun, and they're honestly really, really, really awesome to make. And last but not least, the final project in this video is a pair of DIY tie-dye sneakers. The very first thing that I did was ordered myself a pair of white canvas sneakers off of Amazon. These kind of mock my favorite sneakers, which are high-top Chuck Taylors, but they were a heck of a lot cheaper. I think that these were under $15. I would highly suggest using canvas over any other material because the canvas will absorb the tie-dye so much better than any other material. And then I also ordered a tie-dye kit, again off of Amazon. This one is by the brand Tulip. To complete this DIY, it is really only a couple of steps. The first thing that you want to do is take your canvas sneakers and run them under some hot water or some warm water. You definitely want the canvas to be wet rather than dry because it will soak up the tie-dye so much better. Then you want to take some plastic bags and you want to just stuff the entire shoe with those plastic bags in case the tie-dye kind of leaks through. You don't want it to get all over the sole and kind of saturate the sole of the shoe. And the last thing is really to just have fun with this and to take that tie-dye and put it all over the sneakers. Pick the colors that you want and then decide where you want them to be on the sneaker. I wanted to do a pink, blue, and purple theme, so I started with the pink on the bottom. I added the blue in the middle, and then I did the purple all along the back corners and the top of the lid. Less is definitely more with this DIY. I was not squeezing that bottle really hard. I was doing it very gently, just enough to get the color to transfer onto the white canvas shoe and nothing more. Once you're happy with your design, just allow the sneakers to dry completely overnight. Once they are completely dry, the last thing that you want to do, or the second to last thing that you want to do, is to run them again under some water. Now, I choose to do warm water. I find that warm water works better than cold water, but just do whatever you prefer. You want to run these under the water until you no longer see any of the dye coming off onto the bottom of the sink. You want to get all of that excess dye off of those sneakers. You are going to lose a little bit of the color, but you want to make sure that it gets out of the sneaker now rather than one day that it is raining out and you're wearing these sneakers and they just start bleeding all over the place. So run them under the water until the dye no longer is showing up on the bottom, and then allow them to dry completely, and then you are done. You can wear them. And look at how cute these are. I am obsessed. Like, seriously, look at how cute these are. I love them so much, and I hope that you guys love them as well. And that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know your thought in the comments below, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet and you enjoyed my videos. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much again to Alien Ed for partnering up with me on this video. Make sure to check out that link in the description below. And again, stay beautiful. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.